welcome to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him at gods5minutes@gmail.com. Now, here's Ed Wilson with God's 5 Minutes.
Hello, friends. The 5th chapter of Matthew opens with these words. Seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain. When he was set, his disciples came to him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. See, these are the scriptures we Christians call the Beatitudes. The term means the beautiful words, and so they have proven to be for generations of those who have found not only the blessings they describe, but also the heavenly grace Jesus came to provide, which made it possible for people to live by the instructions he gave. The occasion of the message is significant. Jesus had been ministering long enough to have gained widespread recognition as the young prophet who not only taught as no man ever had, but also backed up his teaching with miracles and healings. It was time for him, before the largest gathering possible, to set forth the centerpiece of his ministry. The Beatitudes are it. They are to the New Testament as the 10 Commandments are to the Old. The contrast is striking and powerful. The 2 tables of stone were hewn out of bleak Mount Sinai with its dark surrounding desert, and its harsh stony sides accompanied with thunderings and threatenings. The dominant phrase in them is thou shalt. The Beatitudes were spoken on an unnamed green mountainside, standing with its feet washing by the blue waters of the Sea of Galilee. The 10 Commandments were given to only one holy man, with every other forbidden to so much as touch the mountain on pain of death. The Beatitudes were freely spoken in calm tones of peace, hope, and love to anyone who cared to take the time and have the interest to listen. Jesus delivered the Sermon on the Mount after a night of season of prayer. The wording in the original language suggests the Beatitudes were originally composed as a poem. If a person wishes to express more powerful emotions, demonstrate that his words are the product of particular care and attention, the best vehicle is poetry. Would you think it too sentimental for a grown man to speak to other adults that way? But I found it poignant that Jesus stayed up all night to put the centerpiece of his ministry into a poem, which he then came and gave to those who gathered there that day, and from them to all the world, to us, to you and me, friend. And so the beautiful words stand, 8 sentences which take less than half a minute to read. They are the message God sent to the world through his Son, expressed in such brief form, the longing of his great heart for centuries. Although from the time of Adam, people had turned and turned and turned from his call, they contain not one word of reproof. They show no animosity. They are the very essence of love and hope for the human race. Tremendous efforts have been made to destroy every record there ever having been spoken. Every form of resistance has been offered to the ministry of the gentle shepherd who gave them to us, and yet they stand, and they have been believed. Many a tear-dimmed eye has found solace and courage to face an altered life with a solemn assurance that blessed are the believers who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Many a dying saint has looked across the mortal waters into the dread face of eternity and humbled himself to be poor in spirit, carefully and spiritually examining his condition to claim the promise, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom. Have you talked to God today?
You have been listening to God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson. Reach him by email at godsfiveminutes@gmail.com. Tune in next time to hear more encouraging thoughts from God's Word on God's 5 Minutes with Pastor Ed Wilson.